What's up guys, Gannon here, back with another Star Trek Discovery review. Now I gotta tell you guys, usually I'm pretty good at staying up really late for the episode to come out and just, pushing out the review, editing it, uploading it, everything, getting it out on time. But tonight, oh my god, I am so tired. And it's mostly because I've been working like a lot, and then on top of that, I have contracted a rather bit of a nasty cold. I don't have Rona. I'm pretty much asymptomatic to coronavirus, so it's not Rona, but I have a pretty bad cold. I've been taking medicine and everything. So this review might not be as long, as in-depth and opinionated as my other reviews, but it's hopefully still going to be a good one regardless. So with all that being said, let's just jump right into it. Season 3, Episode 4 of Star Trek Discovery, Forget Me Not. And I gotta tell you guys, I really liked this episode. Like, I actually liked it a lot more than the last episode. In this episode, the crew is super stressed. It's really evident, and Dr. Culber even confirms it in a medical analysis. Finally get to see some true crew interactions in this episode. Like, I know I said in the previous review that we were getting hints of it, but this is like some true crew interactions, which is so great to see. The other seasons of Discovery were so action-packed that it left so little room for the rest of the crew to interact and for us as viewers to get to know them better. But we're finally seeing them interact and quarrel amongst themselves as they deal with the hardships of jumping forward in time and leaving behind like everything they've ever known. The computer in this episode was also kind of creepily assisting the crew. Saru theorized at the end of the episode that it was actually the sphere data in the computer that was attempting to actually assist them. I don't know if that may come back to bite them in the ass later, like if the sphere data might take control of the ship and they might not be able to do something that might inconvenience them later, but the way the computer was just kind of like talking by itself like that, initially that to me was like, oh, red flag when your computer becomes a little bit sentient, you know what I mean? Maybe it just might be friendly and it's actually trying to assist them. I don't really know. Anyways, this episode was rather sweet and beautiful. It was all about Burnham and Adira going down to Trill to recover the secrets of Adira's past lives, to regain their memories of Admiral Tal, since she's the owner of the Tal symbiote. They go down there and they see the Trill Society basically in ruins and chaos because this is a result of the burn. The population of applicable hosts has like reduced severely. I think this is a continuity error though, because in the DS9 episode Equilibrium, I believe it was stated a large portion of their population was capable of joining, so I don't see how this could be an issue unless their population was reduced hella, that there's actually like not that many Trill people left, because I think they said that there was like at least a third or something. Somebody needs to fact check that for me, but there was like a big portion of their population who was capable of joining. They're rather disgusted to see Adira joined and not able to remember her past lives, so they tell them to get the hell off of Trill. They're going to probably end up causing a huge disturbance. That's when one of the crazy ambassadors tries to force the symbiote out of her. When I was watching this for the first time and Burnham was talking about Adira's life in contrast to the symbiote, I really thought it was an allegory for bodily autonomy of a woman carrying a fetus, honestly. Like, that's really the vibe I was getting out of that. Then Michael Burnham proceeds to kick their asses in a really badass way. Then there was a member of the Trill ambassadors who believed Adira to be a possible savior to the Trill, and then leaves them to the caves of Makala, which is also from the DS9 episode Equilibrium. So like, they're directly pulling lore out of the Equilibrium episode. So if they watched that episode, then what's the deal with this continuity error? Is it a continuity error? Please somebody like get back to me on that, because I really need to know if that's a continuity error or not. Do you guys see that as a continuity error? Somebody inform me down in the comments below, please. Adira goes to the caves and then with the help of Michael regains her memories and her connection with her past selves, including a really important character, Gray, who is like that other cast member who's like the first transgender actor to play in Star Trek. Gray was Adira's past lover, and if you remember in a previous review, I theorized that maybe Adira would die and that a Gray would be the new host, but it's actually, a complete switch around. We learn in this episode that Gray was a past lover of Adira, who was the original host of the Tal symbiote before Adira, and is learned that Gray got a fatal wound while they were together, and Adira volunteered to be the new host and protect the symbiote. Super wholesome, and I really enjoyed how they utilized the Trill host dynamic to make their relationship seem like really romantic and bound by memories, but also in the literal sense, because at the end of the episode, it's seen that Gray sticks around as some sort of force ghost, or like his soul or energy somehow is sticking to the symbiote. I don't know, like a Picard android type beat. Anyways, that was my synopsis. Some other really important things to mention this episode. It's learned that Detmer is probably suffering from PTSD or a psychological issue, not something like an external issue, like there's some space anomaly fucking with her, or control is in her earpiece, nothing like that. She's actually got like PTSD or a psychological issue, and this episode really makes note to focus on themes of mental health and being compassionate and understanding to those going through mental health issues. Overall, guys, I think I enjoyed this episode a lot more than the last one. I give it an 8 out of 10 because the graphics when they were in the caves of Makala were really insane and trippy and cool. The story was just better, more interesting. It had some really wholesome moments, and we got to see some Burnham ass kicking, so that's always a plus. They also referenced Hasbrat in this episode, which to my knowledge the Discovery crew shouldn't know jack shit about, because, you know, obviously their point in the timeline, I doubt they had any interaction with Bajor in any way, but the Discovery crew didn't like act like they knew anything about Hasbrat, so that's not a continuity error or anything. Anyways, guys, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sick, and I'm also super fucking tired, so this review is going to be shorter than my other ones. Hopefully we will be back to our regularly scheduled content next week. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm having so much fun responding to people down in the comments below who are watching my Star Trek reviews. I'm having a blast. So if anybody wants to leave a comment about anything, please leave it down in the comments below. I will be sure to get back to you. If you are enjoying the content you see on the channel, I'd be very flattered if you were to subscribe. And with that, guys, live long and prosper, and I'm gonna have to see you in the next one.